Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here taking a look at the StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 4 qualifiers. It is the North American region, the one, the only, and it's also going to be the one and only VGJ Storm versus the new and improved Animal Planet. How you doing, my man, Aosin?
I'm doing great. I've been waiting for this. Really excited to see this, these new rosters.
Yeah, we've all been waiting for it. Again, I want to apologize to everybody for the delays that were going on. Unfortunately, we had one team that ended up dropping out of the qualifiers as a whole, and then another team. I actually played a pub in between hands, so now you guys get to see me go into my settings and switch them all around because I'm just great like that. But we had, unfortunately, 5 turtles have to get disqualified because they couldn't show up for the match because they're playing in a different qualifier. So complexity moved on, and then of course a little bit earlier on today, we also had the Team Immortals move on over Call to Esports. But this is the last of the quarterfinals. This is a single elimination qualifiers. Optic is already through, as well as the other 2 teams that I mentioned, and now it's either one of Animal Planets or VGJ Storm, and this one feels like the most tightly contested of them all.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think a lot of the other teams, you know, it's not like they had an easy route, but I mean, they didn't have to go up against some of the bigger names, so this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. I don't really know how it's going to go because I haven't seen either team play yet.
Yeah, nobody has. That's the thing, really. Animal Planet did play one match just a little bit earlier. I think that it was while we were casting our other game. They had one match where they played a Bane, Venge, Batrider, Brewmaster, and Shadow Fiend, and then the second game they ran with the Bane again, and then a Terrorblade, Batrider, Sand King, and the DK. So the only really consistent heroes there for them has been the Bane and the Batrider. And the Bane is actually banned out first phase by VGJ Storm here.
Radiant team back.
Looks like they definitely scrim each other, get the practice in, probably know what their teams are like.
Definitely.
Yeah, Bane is just so annoying to deal with right now. Next to Shadow Shaman, I think both of these supports are just extremely strong right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's the type of hero that can set things up, obviously, with Nightmare, and we've seen a couple of times where Fiend Script becomes really important because there's all these heroes that are like super mobile that are popular, and heroes have movement speed talents now where it's actually picked, right? Like, because you have 50 movement speed or something ridiculous like that on Gyrocopter and a ton on Shadow Fiend too. It's different. It's a different meta. Yeah,
definitely. I think like in the past, actually it's not even that long ago, it's really rare to see cores picked up like this, and all of a sudden, I mean, Tiny is your first pick, Shadow Fiend is the second one. I think like Shadow Fiend is kind of understandable in the second pick. It's probably something they like to play, and they do have that Clockwork picked up already, so gonna be a really solid laning phase for this Shadow Fiend. Gonna start with like what, 12 souls, I think.
Yeah, either 12 or 15 depending upon how much they want to fully invest into them. I think you can get 15 if you pop a Clarity on Clockwork and follow the Shadow Fiend, or if you don't go for the bounty rune, basically.
That's like overkill.
Yeah,
you know, starting with 12 is more than enough.
Oh, fair enough. I'm with you. So you want to tell me a little bit about these players that are playing for Animal Planet? I think most people are going to be familiar with Aoi and Moon Meander. Some people might be familiar with Ritsu, and then Bryle and Kitrak are the 2 that might be on the periphery of sort of commonly held knowledge.
I'm not too familiar with them. I just know that they've been playing for quite some time in higher level, like in-house leagues, also in pubs. And I think Kitrak recently subbed for Optic in one of their qualifiers. But I mean, the thing is, you know, in Pro Dota, you know, the players are the one who picks the players, so these guys clearly encounter each other on a regular basis when it comes to just regular Dota. That's usually how teams are formed.
Yeah, definitely. It's sort of a process of just playing with them, seeing somebody put together a lot of good quality stuff, and then afterwards they're moving on. The other team that we're taking a look at here, and not to be, you know, overshadowed by the emergence of a new power in NA possibly, is VGJ Storm, and they've looked quite good also. We've got Sand King, I can't pronounce it right, Ryuya? Ryuya. I'm sorry. I just know of him as like 747.
No, it's probably Ryoya. This is an O.
I might just call him 747 at some point.
10 seconds
Or you can call him Eric.
Eric?
Eric Dong.
That's a possibility as well.
5
But Monkeys
seconds
Forever,
remaining.
Flea, and then BSJ. BSJ being the most recent addition. How do you feel like they rate amongst the other teams in North America right now?
It's kind of tough. Right now, I feel like they're definitely not in the top 3. I don't think it's hard to say like for either of these teams. I really can't put them in top 3, right? For NA when there's other teams out there like Optic and EG as well as Complexity. Those are my top 3, by the way.
Okay.
EG, Optic, and Complexity. So these guys definitely like are the fall runner-ups for me.
Okay.
But yeah, got to give them some time to mesh, give them time to play qualifiers, see how they go.
All right, I might do a quick little check because I think that something's going
5
on with my
seconds
internet. So I'm
remaining.
going to check the router, and I'll be right back because I'm getting a little bit of lagginess. We don't want that during the actual broadcast. So can you tell me a little bit about this Naga Siren and Bat Rider pick, what you're seeing here and what you like or don't like?
Naga Bat Rider. This is kind of awkward, but it's like pretty effective against the Brewmaster, as well as against the Clockwork. If a Clockwork, initiates and someone's caught out of position, you can always sleep to kind of reset the fight, make sure that your cores aren't just left to die. And if a Brewmaster gets off his split, you can always sleep as well, help everyone disengage or just kill off the Brew during the sleep so that he isn't able to continue the team fight. And Avenge comes out next. Avenge really good against the Bat Rider as well as one of the traditional counters to break the lasso. Also has great
10
utility
seconds
in
remaining.
Pile of Terror, decent stun, great damage aura,
5
all around
seconds
solid
remaining.
support for not only like countering the Bat Rider but also for taking a quick Roshan.
Do you think that this is going to be a support Venge then? Is there any chance that it could be in the core position?
There's a chance, but I don't really think there's a need for it right now.
Yeah.
I think it would do fine just as a support.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. And, if you can get away with that and then pick another one, why not? But with the Tiny taken early, Shadow Shaman, just so freaking meta heroes. And then on the other side, it's like the other extreme you can go to with Shadowfiend Clockwork. Is there anything that either side is really lacking right now? I feel like VGJ Storm has really great lockdown.
Yeah, definitely. I think they probably could use a little more right click. You want some more follow-up damage for the Bat Rider lasso.
Somebody just...
And other than that, I'm not too sure what else they would want. On the other hand, Animal Planet, like you don't really want to assume that. You can't always just 100% assume something's going to happen. And what I mean by that is like this Naga could potentially be a core Naga, right? We're writing it off as a support, which I think it still is, but on the off chance that it is a carry, you probably want a way to deal with this Naga. And right now they don't have the greatest tools for it.
Yeah, definitely. That's it's like if that sort of slips in under the radar, it could be just a really frustrating way to lose. That being said, I don't know if I've ever seen either Flea or BSJ play Naga Siren. I could be wrong about that though. You never know.
Yeah, that's pretty true. But once again, even if it's like 5%, you want to cover all your weaknesses.
Actually, wait, no, I have seen Flea play it. I'm thinking of Monkeys, because that's the other way that sometimes you like back in the day when it was KP that would play the offlane Naga. But I guess you could do it mid too. That's probably just support. What am I talking about? Witch Doctor band. We've got another band here out of Animal Planet.
Dire team pick.
Great team fight. Like you said, good Roche taking.
Kind of lacking a bit on AoE. They have some great single target damage, but not so much in AoE. Oh, it is a carry bench. Okay.
Oh man, this is gonna be a buff SF.
Yeah, I mean this entire draft is around the SF, and the best part about it is that it's second pick.
All right, I mean they're going all in. It is Bryle that plays the mid for their team, right? I'm not mistaken there.
Yes, that is correct. It should be
5 seconds
Kitrak should be playing
remaining.
5, AUI is playing 4, Ritsu 1, Moon Meander a 3, and then Bryle is playing
You may
2.
now select your heroes.
The last pick, Phantom Lancer, to go
Yeah.
in the safe lane for BSJ with Mr. Eric playing that tiny.
So it kind of like, it's kind of similar to to the Naga. You know, I was like talking about how there wasn't enough AOE in case the Naga was a core,
Yeah.
and then it's just a different illusion hero instead. So that might be a little bit of a problem, but once again, I think like the way it goes against the Phantom Lancer is like if you're able to keep up in farm, you'll always have a way to deal with the illusion. So they just got to make sure they don't fall behind.
I mean, it really isn't much though. Like you were saying,
10
it's kind of a
seconds
problem. Oh,
remaining.
they can dispel magic to blow them up, can't they?
5 seconds remaining.
I feel like that does damage
Well-
to illusions, doesn't it? Am I crazy?
Wait, what? Oh, you mean the panda thing?
Yeah.
It does. Not enough to one-shot it though.
Okay.
I forgot how much it does though.
I think it does a lot of damage. I remember seeing it at like take out a level 1 CK ulti at some game a while ago. I mean, they're gonna need whatever they can get for it because you know it's a good thing to have. Man, monkeys forever. Look at this cosmetic. This is the greatest thing I think that we're gonna see all game. That thing is so damn pretty.
I'm just looking at I'm looking up the Brewmaster now. I'm kind of curious. It doesn't tell you anything. Yeah, you have to make your way into a demo lobby if you want to see it, look it up, whatever. I'm just gonna guess. I think it's like 600 summon damage. That's my
Why?
guess.
Why am I not? What is going on with my Dota?
Prepare
I need to
for battle.
disconnect and try and reconnect.
What happened?
I don't know. I just like couldn't control the camera. Or like click on the mini map. All right, we're back. I think. No, okay. I think I need to try and close down Dota as a whole.
I like that you're still tagged up as trash though.
Still tagged up as trash. Do you want to tell the story to everybody out there?
Oh, I mean, it's just always funny. Like, I like to make joke names and then sign up for the roster lock. So like when people try to see who's on what team, it's just like one random name out there, Eosin, trash. And then I invited you to the team to see if you would show up, but since you've never played an official match, you
Yeah.
didn't show up.
That's true. But now I'm on it, so
Yeah, grats. Actually, to be fair, you represented our team at TI last year.
that's true. I did. That's actually true. I was tagged up when I was doing the broadcast as trash.lyrical. TI caster. Oh my god. All right, we're back in. Restarting Dota has fixed the problem. The only thing that we missed is 15 Soul Shadow Fiend doing his thing, and Clockwork apparently got one of his own. Need something to do while they're
The
hitting the other
battle
cogs.
begins.
Anything else of note as far as like the wards that are placed around here and everything else?
Nothing too much really. I'm just kind of surprised about this observer ward just to block out this safe lane count, because this is like a pretty big investment, and Moon Meander is going to be soloing up here, so not going to get much in terms of blocking this camp.
Yeah, and they actually showed, I think, the brew bottom, and they're gonna try and go for the either dodging the aggro or just trying to go for one of their own. As Ritsu's down here against the Bat Rider, fleeing the area and gonna try and put the hurt on him.
This is going to be a rough lane for the Dire. The Bat Rider Naga is going to be like far superior to Avenge Clock. Especially since the Clock had to take Cogs at level 1. I mean, he doesn't really do anything in this lane.
Yeah, gonna try and get within range for some denies possibly, and maybe a couple of cogs pushbacks, but yeah, it's definitely tough. Moon, in the meantime, though, he is messing with BSJ's farm. It really sucks to play against this, but now he's taking a hurt in this. Even though the PL can't hit him, Stand King cannon. Stand King actually does significantly more damage than the PL.
Well, level 2 Ogre, though. Gonna head up here.
No points yet in anything besides the Ignite, which he's now going to throw out and hit onto Shaman as well. So a little bit of a brew battle going on. It's going to be trading hits back and forth. Make sure he gets all the CS that he can. And mid lane, it's Shadow Fiend getting a lot in comparison to this Tiny.
Yeah, somewhat expected. You know, you can't really do much when you're up against a Shadow Fiend that starts with 15 souls. It's very difficult to lane against this. Like, you have a lot of base damage as a Tiny, but you have to be so careful in this lane because you have 0 armor. And Shadow Fiend's doing the same amount of damage as you are.
Yeah. Bryle, in the meantime, is just going to be able to sort of hold that creep wave mid, take a couple pot shots on his way around. But so far, a very passive laning phase. Is there anywhere where there's, well, I was talking about kill potential, is they're trying to take down one, still looking for it mid. They're not quite going to be able to find him. Maybe going to be able to get the kill up top, though. Moon goes down, while mid lane, the Tiny is able to get away.
Oh, very nice pick off up top. Kind of surprised that the Brew went down to this dual lane. Like, Shadow Shaman is strong and all, but
oh,
I think
Richie's dead bottom. He's going up the net there while mid lane, Bryle takes down the Tiny. Top lane, maybe another kill going on. ESJ is trying to run away, and we'll be able to.
I'm actually pretty worried for Dire right now. This bottom lane is going to be so problematic for them. Like, this Bad Rider is single-handedly destroying them.
And you don't think it's enough that the Shadow Fiend's having a good time here mid?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
Shadow Fiend is like really good early on, and then he's still good mid game, but he needs a lot of help in the mid game. And then he's like really strong again in the late game. But if he's by himself in the mid game and no one else has items, it's gonna be a really rough game.
We'll have to watch if they can sort of make some type of a switch up. I guess just like picking up these bounty runes is what they can hope for, because it doesn't seem like they want to try and change anything with their laning setup.
I think like what they have right now is the best they could ask for. You don't really want to put the Venge up here against the PL as well as the Shadow Shaman. I think it was like there's like a really high chance that he's gonna die or not really be able to farm. Like, Moon is on a Brewmaster and he's still having a very difficult time.
Oh, uses the salve. They decide to throw another lance. Doesn't have the mana for it anyways. And meanwhile, mid lane, they find a return kill. Aui's gonna end up going down. So Moon doing the math up top, but weren't able to keep the Clockwork alive mid.
This is like one of the things that really sucks playing as a Clockwork against a Tiny. Every time you try to gank the Tiny, he just throws you out. And he just walks away.
Wrap around though. VGJ Storm looking for a wrap onto Bryle. Naga, lots of armor on her, so she can take the tower if need be. As they're gonna walk forward now. They have the net. Now they've potentially got the shackles. 1 raise, 2 raise. Come at me, he says. And now Aui maybe gonna be able to run him down. In fact, the call not quite there with the pushback, and Tiny keeping his buddy alive.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It really sucks playing Clockwork against the Tiny. But yeah, this Venge is... Oh, he's gonna get dove again. Like, what can he even do? Look how much damage.
Ooh,
oh,
maybe taking down
Flea though.
All right, a possibility. Monkeys is going to be able to walk away though, but that still doesn't feel great. Monkeys
definitely not
so much.
It's still a great play from Ritsu, like making the best out of a terrible situation. But until Brewmaster hits level 6, you know, Brewmaster hits 6, and then BSJ has to TP out. I think they just wait for Brewmaster to hit 6, and then Brewmaster changes up the lanes. Let your Venge farm the safe lane.
I mean, Venge was level 3 there when that kill happened. She is so underfarmed right now for what's supposed to be a core hero. It's really just become a support at this point.
Yeah. This is the off-lane Venge versus Bad Rider.
Moon, at the very least, like you said, that 6 is there, has the bottle queued up. We'll see if he goes for it mid lane. Wondering if maybe Clockwork wanted to go for something with that Invis rune, but Maybe the call is to come down bottom and make something happen instead. I don't know if this is really going to work, though, right?
Well,
I mean, Monkeys is about to go kill him. They want to go. The Nest there, Flame Break pushback. Maybe going to be able to get the cogs there. They aren't able to turn it quickly enough, and now running away. Yank does not connect, but they do keep Ritsu alive at the very least as they bring 4 down bottom.
That is really not what you want with your Animal Planet right now. They TP'd in the whole team. Like, maybe not the whole team, but like they all came down here. And sure, you saved your Venge, but your Venge is definitely like sacrificial lamb mode right now.
Yeah. Maybe this is the way that you try and turn it. Tiny is heading over here. He's going to end up running into a hell of a lot of heroes and suddenly realize this is not where I want to be anymore, but it should be the death of him. Managed to find that kill. Brio picking it up, and the tower likely to fall. Oh, do they? Get eyes on him.
VGJ Storm. He's going to Cyclone.
Yeah, lift up there. They have triple raise if they want to go for it. Bring them down. 1. And Shackles. Oh, that would have been a nice little play there. But Monkeys finds another kill onto Ritsu. Just over and over again. Getting punished.
Dire's structures are fortified.
He is so freaking enormous, this Bat Rider. 8 minutes in, he's got the Tranquils, he's also got the Drum of Endurance, and he's up to 700 gold already. This is going to be a very fast Blink Dagger.
Yeah. Only slightly behind the SF, who's been involved in a lot of these things. And Ritsu's like, I don't want to be in that lane anymore. Get me out of there. See if they
I mean, this is definitely where the time you switch it up. He needs to catch up so badly.
Tanking. Now he's going to drop the cogs, trying to find him. Battery Assault, maybe a chance, but a Shackle is keeping him alive. They managed to cancel it now. The turnaround. Flea is here as well. Can he separate them from the herd? Like the answer is no. VSJ going to get swapped back in trouble, and potentially going to go down. They find another kill. Animal Planet surging back. Taking everybody's life. Moon? Oh, he's fine. Yeah, the stick charges too.
Yeah. He doesn't want to waste his charges.
Toss back and away, but the chase forward with the Bloodlust. Almost enough. My God, Tiny.
I think he's going to get raised. There's no way he gets away from this.
Oh, he's doing it. He's making the turn happen with the middle raise. Oh, this was almost there. I thought maybe if he had Avalanche, he could have made it happen. Raindrops.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. He definitely needed Avalanche, but he knew if he kept running forward, he's just going to get raised. So that was the best thing he could do.
Maybe if you could have like tossed him to the Ogre or something. The Dream.
Maybe if he ran into the Roshan.
Yeah.
Tossed him to Roshan and ran away.
That would have been great. I would have loved it. Well, 5-8. It's only 1,000 gold lead as we get close to that 10-minute mark. Heroes that might want to take the tome. You can give it to the Shaman perhaps, and give him level 6. Clock also, or you could try and catch up with like the Naga and
I think you catch up with Naga.
Yeah.
Like the Shadow Shaman's already level 5. I think you give it to the Naga so that he can disengage with sleep. Because you're only 1 level away from Shadow Shaman. I don't think you're like really in a rush.
Yeah.
Looks like it's coming out to him. They want to maybe push the second tier, the tier 2 tower. Okay.
That could be good. Monkeys is kind of the creep wave, and in the meantime, we got all these heroes mid trying to take down the tier 1 tower here. Bottom lane, Aoi found Flea and not able to cast the song. In some trouble and gonna get hookshot. Aoi back from the dead. Is it gonna be enough? He finds the kill. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, making it happen.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, really nicely done. This is the strength of having your clockwork at a early level 6.
Radiant's bottom tower
Finds his own kill and puts some damage on the bottom tier 1. Is he in trouble though? I think he might be dead.
VSJ makes up for it. These wards are going to do a lot of damage to the tower, but not quite enough it looks like. 6-9. We've got Shadow Fiend still on top of the net worth, but there's this assortment of Radiant heroes that are all inhabiting a pretty large chunk between them and the other heroes from the Dire.
This is looking kind of scary, in my opinion. Like, this is all in on the Shadow Fiend. Brile has to carry this game so hard. And it kind of goes back to that, you know, if VSJ, you know, continues at this rate and he makes his way to, you know, maybe even like 3 items, and they're able to focus down the Shadow Fiend, there's not much of an answer for this PL.
And like they do have some supporting-ish heroes that can help them out, like Clockwork and Swap Away, things like that, but I feel like Batrider is just so good at being able to create that separation.
Yeah.
Particularly if you like go for a sleep into like Batrider lasso. I guess that wouldn't work. You have to do it the other way.
I mean, ideally, like for Radiant, they have such great tools to take the fights that they want to take. Like ideally, you want to be able to lasso the Brewmaster and then kill him off before he can split. But since there's Avenge on the other side, you know, that might not always happen. So if you mess up the engagement, you sleep and then just walk away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Mid lane, Sand King gonna drop his wards. They trade off glyphs here as these ones are gonna end up expiring first, and they should be able to farm up a lot of these. Trying to take him out. Get a little bit of extra farm from Moon. He's quietly been building his way towards the Blink Dagger as well. That's pretty close to enough for it here.
I've been watching him last hit the wards.
Yeah, me too. The range creep, that was great.
Oh, EUI is gonna run into the smoke, and goodbye.
I mean, this will happen. A lot of damage out there rather quickly. Doesn't want to give away any cogs either. He will end up dying there. Good recognition by monkeys to go to the other side of him so that way he can't hook shot away.
There's like no way he was getting. He was shackled, and
yeah,
from that angle, really not much you can hook to.
Yeah. Well, looks like Shadow Fiend's next item is going to be a BKB after the drums. Aquila and Tread's already in hand. Venge dreams of a drum. Do you think it's okay to stack up drums nowadays? I feel like everybody's doing it.
I think it's fine here. He's so far behind, like he needs something to fight with. Like you don't want to go into a farming game with this type of a lineup. Sand King gonna get picked off here.
Radiant's top tower is
We'll
under
take
attack.
that last hit. That's the reveal of the dagger too.
Still has the split though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They want to collapse on this tier 1 tower. I think this is definitely the right play. It's really difficult to force this tier 2 tower, so going for this is a lot more safe.
Maybe. Well, 7 to 10.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Kind of want to see where they go from here though, because like
it
feels as if they need to get so much done. But every time they make that move, Shaman's going to be able to move around, drop down some wards, be off on his merry little way.
Yeah, they're doing a good job in keeping up with this pressure right now. BSJ going to take this tier 1 while they're all grouped up here. Hook goes out, but doesn't connect.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wards dropped. So, see if somebody comes back to defend against this. It looks like they're already going to fall to a lot of the creeps anyway.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sand King has just been like dropping these wards. They're not even like pushing together. He just like drops them.
Yeah, he's like getting the hell out of there. I don't want to be around when the rest of them show up to clean them up. It's a battle of attrition.
I mean, I think the idea is like they just want to buy time for this Phantom Lancer to get huge.
Yeah.
He probably has no intentions of taking any team fights, so he's just gonna keep the lanes pushed out, drop the wards, and then just head back. Make some space for the rest of the team. Moon's gonna blink in.
All right, initiation to turn around, but there was no way that they were going to be able to make that happen, Hex and Shackles or anything. They did just finish up the Diffusal Blade for PL, though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, as much as we've been talking about this PL not wanting to take fights and stuff, we have been seeing Animal Planet just kind of keep the push on and find these pickoffs. Feels a little bit scary.
Top tower is under attack.
I think they're definitely making the right move here. It's kind of like difficult to fight into the brew split, so they're kind of making use of that strength that they have right now. push down the tier 1 towers, make the space that they need to put these aggressive wards so that they can actually make pickoffs happen. With the tier 1s down.
Is under attack.
Oh, monkeys, he's watching Moon.
I mean, it seems
close enough.
Tough. They do have a blink on Tiny. Yeah, they're going to go for it. There's the catch. Avatos, maybe. The rest of them are showing up. Nice hook in by Owie. Pushbacks there. And, oh, a little bit too bold from them. BSJ, Diffusal Blade, now trying to run. The Urn is there. Not within range of swap. Only level 1 right now for the Venge. It's just a couple hundred gold away. And the Doppelganger down to the low ground. Swap the wrong one. They're out of there.
Well, gotta try.
Yeah. For sure.
Loaded to the gills.
But I think that was a bit of miscommunication. Like, 747 just wanted to finish off the tower. And Monkeys, you know, saw the opportunity to kill off the Brewmaster. But good call from 747. The entire team showed up, like, immediately. So they cut their losses. They get the tower, but they do lose Monkey in return.
Moon? Lads? Trying to go on a maybe? They've got great vision in the area. And now they see him. There's going to be the catch, the hex to follow. Shackles are there as well. One last hit from the tree is going to find that kill. They've got really great vision all around this area.
I think they want to smoke up here. Yeah. There's a Blink Lasso ready. There's no... No, actually, there's a great objective down here. Normally, you want to convert your smoke gank into something. Find the Shadow Fiend. This would be a huge kill.
If they can get him, but there's the swap back, and is the spike going to end up not working out for them? They have the catch. A root, though, is going to keep him in place for the moment, and now the chase to follow. Owie doesn't quite hit onto that Tiny with the ward. BSJ gets the Fusel Blade. Requiem Soul's out as well. It's not enough to bring these heroes down. Kitrak is also pretty low, as the Brewmaster is going to pop his ulti, and now they try and turn this one, at least to find something. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but Ritsu that's been the one to die so far. And Lee trying to bait out the other side. And
oh, that was some great plays, but is he gonna make it?
Oh, they get the smash.
Oh, the rocket! The rocket!
Almost enough. He
Oh
wants
boy,
to go for it.
that
He doesn't
is...
quite get it. Oh, you can understand the idea, but the final tally is 3 dead.
They wanted that kill so badly, and then they give up 2 in return. Oh, the hey, look, the recap is fixed.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Valve.
Oh man, we finally have recap back.
I can see what he did. He didn't have like Divine Rapier times 7.
Dire structures are fortified.
All right.
That was a great team fight from VGJ Storm, though. Nice little play from BSJ there too. He doppeled the Requiem. Didn't take any damage from it.
Certainly. He's trying to go for the BKB next, realizing the main thing he has to worry about here is Shadow Fiend's damage. I guess also whatever it is that comes out from the Brewmaster. Almost at a 4-staff, actually. Has it completed in the stash. So how do you feel like the next couple minutes work out for these two teams? Is there any objectives that you feel like VGJ Storm want to accomplish now that they've got the 5,000 gold lead?
They're just kind of scared right now. Probably going to be waiting for the Naga song. Oh, they find and...
Alright. Get that kill. Swap back. Catch Flea again. He's going to go down. So now you have a double kill. No buybacks there. It's in towards Roche.
This is definitely the right move for Animal Planet. Great two kills, but definitely need to be careful of these lanes. Tiny as well as Phantom Lancer are going to be pushing out the mid and the bottom lanes. I was going to say though, they just needed to be a little careful and play around their vision, push out, keep these lanes pushed down while they wait for their cooldowns, because VGJ Storm definitely not the team in a rush to end this game.
Yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
I think it's drawing that sort of fine line between being aggressive and not overextending.
Yeah, look at the Shadow Fiend. With Bloodlust and his item build, 550 movement.
Yeah, he's actually ridiculous.
Just perma haste.
He's just a monster. If he finishes off like a butterfly at decent time, this is going to be really difficult to deal with. But I guess, again, like you said, it's just the Shadow Fiend, so they need to have ways to deal with the PL.
And that's kind of like the major issue, right? All the farm is on SF.
Yeah.
No one else has items, so I mean, if this SF dies, the team fight is like pretty much over.
Likewise, he hasn't died yet, right? Like, he's making it work for himself so far.
Yeah. I mean, that's a
lot
lot of pressure to put on one player, though.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. VSJ gonna TP away. Can't catch up to him. And so dealing with their lanes over and over again. Animal Planet. Trying to figure out.
Animal Planet is definitely gonna be the team that's gonna be playing aggressively. Like they need to make moves on the map. They don't want to wait this one out. But it's just so hard to find anyone right now. Like they just lost all of their vision. They have, one ward in the river and one in front of the tier 2. They don't really see anything. So all of Radiant just farming in their jungle, keeping these lanes pushed out, just avoiding fights entirely. Uh-oh. Flee.
Ooh.
It's pretty close.
That was. Thought that there was something going on
Radiant's
there,
middle
but
tower
going down
is
bottom,
under attack.
and they're going to attempt to finish off this tier 2 tower here. Mid is already down fairly low. Top lane hasn't really been pressured at all either. But they're realizing rotations are coming and wards are about to be dropped. The X is there, but now the follow-up stun, and Ritsu is starting to deal a lot of damage now.
I really like the Shadow Blade pickup from him. Like he definitely understands like they need to be finding the pickoffs right now.
Yeah.
And this is the item that's gonna enable that. But still, with that said, like he's still so far behind. He needs a lot more than this. I think Brewmaster is probably gonna get Radiance or Shiva's, and then someone I'm pretty sure Venge is gonna need like BKB Mjolnir at some point. Like that's pretty much how you deal with the PL.
Right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, so Moon is queuing up the Radiance. Like you just want all these AoE items if possible.
Yeah. They understand what they need to do. They don't catch the Tiny there. He ends up TPing back to base. It's instead a rotation over to the Ancients, and PL is here. BSJ all alone. Owie walking in. He's right on top of a ward. They end up revealing himself. There's the jump forward, waiting for the doppelganger away. The catch is not quite there. BSJ's still running, but they push forward with the call. It's able to push him a second time forward. They really want this kill. Doppelganger again in 1 second, and he gets up to the high ground. So BKB, hook shot, everything used.
And nothing was really committed. Like every BKB charge is like is so important for Brio. Like he's the raid boss, right?
Yeah.
So you want every bit of help you can get for him. 9-second BKB definitely hurts a bit, but it's not the end of the world for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. Force staff still a little ways away for Sand King as they're going to start to move forward again. Wards off cooldown. They force the rest of Animal Planet back. And Shadow Blade move. Don't see the Tiny, but jump over to the other side. I have a feeling that he's over here, but Ritsu? Is he gonna try and pick him off? There's no way, right?
I don't think he should. This is such a hard kill. Like Ritsu has 1500 life. He just gotta run away. But then
Oh.
I thought Ritsu would have had that. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna go for a play like that, usually you cast your Scream and then you just like hit swap and you start spamming it all over the place.
I mean, space created, right? Like, they drop down these wards in the mid lane, but Ace doesn't really find anything. And now Ritsu looking for another opening. They see a couple of illusions, but they can't go on him.
Oh, they see Stan though. Kills a kill. Yeah, he concedes.
Oh, he was over there. So do you still feel like right now you're favoring the way that VGJ Storm are playing?
Right now I think it's still fine. You definitely don't want to give up kills like that though.
Yeah.
You're allowing the cores on Animal Planet to basically keep up with BSJ, and BSJ isn't exactly like, super farm. He's got Manta Diffusal, but that's still not enough. And they catch him out.
Push back. Bad. Chasing is going to be there. They have a 4-step on Owie. Get him with the battery assault. There's going to be the swap back in a second. They catch BSJ. He goes down. Ryle with the big kill.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
If PL is down, I mean, they are like carefree right now. If PL is dead, they're not really worried, because that's definitely going to be their biggest problem in the late game.
Dire's middle tower
Monkeys is sitting here mid looking for anybody that shows up, but I don't know if he can really do anything solo. Sort of look at people.
Dire's top tower.
I feel kind of bad for Monkeys. He had such a...
What is Sand King? Alright, that's fine.
I think he was waiting for help. Like, they're right underneath the tier 2, so...
They see Monkeys also. I'm wondering if right now Animal Planet just kind of keep going. You do have the Tiny that's back here in the base, though, and starting to hit the tower. They need to be able to come and deal with this. Nobody is CPing back yet. They're starting to bring back the Vengeful Spirit now, and that will force them, but the tier 3 tower is dead. Now battle going down here by the tier 2, the 4-step forward. They make it work. A little bit of a misplay there. The Bat Rider wanting to help her.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, that was unfortunate, but at the same time, the Brew did commit the split, so not going to be able to push forward with any other objective.
It's just sort of feeling like this pickoff after pickoff, it's slowly going further and further into the favor of Animal Planet. Can I just say also, like, how much of a disparity there is between these two teams in terms of, like, how professional it looks? VGJ Storm, they have this, like, fancy logo. Their name is, like, perfectly capitalized. Animal Planet is just AP and there's a picture of a goat. Like, what the hell?
That's the nature of new teams for you. That's how it's always been.
I just find it really funny.
I mean, I'll never forget some of my earlier matches. If you laughed at that, that's how it was for me at the start too.
I guess that's true. All right, Clockwork down here bottom, level 13, and going for a Necro book. What? Huh? What do you think about that build?
For a Clockwork?
Yeah.
I mean, Necro is great. As an item. As for what he's trying to purge, nothing really to purge, but still a very solid item. I mean, like the thing is AUI loves farming him.
Right.
If he's got a Necro book, he can basically split push himself and actually take buildings if he wanted to.
That's true. It's pretty cool. Is there anything else funky that's worth seeing around here on these items?
And it's off.
As looks like both sides sort of get in a position to contest for the next Roche. Pull back in.
This is exactly what they're looking for, but the swap?
The swap, they pull him back. BSJ separate from the rest of his team, but now they have the sleep, and
BSJ popped his
alone.
BKB.
That is dubious. Owie taking some damage, but with Song down and BKB down, can they just go into Roche?
Oh, this is why he got Necro Book. Is to kill wards. Dude, he kills the Rasta ward so fast.
That's a good point, huh?
Man, that was some real miscommunication from VGJ stuff right there. You remember how I was saying you know, you want to jump the brew,
Oh, monkeys.
and as long as he doesn't get swapped, you can kill him off and win the team fight.
Moon, he still was hanging on to that ulti too. They've got Aegis and Cheese now, and you know, we've been talking about if they can hold on, but VGJ Storm are now about to hit the strongest peak, basically, of Animal Planet they've had yet. Chasing. Gonna catch, but not gonna get him. This Tiny's been doing really good with the split push.
Much appreciated.
Yep, definitely. Just buying time. Needs to wait for that Phantom Lancer to get even more. I don't actually know if he needed this BKB. I think like this would have been too hasty of a pickup.
Lee does not have Song, and Ogre's gonna come in and attempt to steal a kill, but the turnaround, the Tiny is there. They're able to catch onto Moon, bringing him away as they find not quite the kill. They're able to turn it with the Song, and actually they're bringing in the Shadow Fiend now as well, so they have to lift up onto Tiny. He's gonna be brought down a good blink away. Definitely could have been the death of him, as they're gonna try and find Monkeys Forever as well. He has the blink away himself. Another TP in a second here.
They know he's here though. He's gonna make it out.
No vision. So final tally, they get the Naga Siren and the Shadow Shaman, but nothing else.
Well, I think we've reached that point where I feel like the Phantom Lancer isn't really that big of a problem for them anymore. Like Ryle has managed to like keep himself ahead of him by like 5,000 this entire game.
Yeah.
And Brew and Venge are actually like picking up items now, so they definitely have the damage to deal with the PL. Like game is pretty much even right now.
The one plus side is that we've seen VGJ Storm basically be able to split push on their way to taking out tier 3 towers. So like getting those shrines, it feels like they can't really control the map still regardless of that. And Ritsu, after dying so many times during the laning stage, I don't think died again since then. Maybe one other time when he swapped the Shadow Fiend. But
Yeah, I think that's the case. Yeah, he's been doing a good job in catching up. Gonna go for the Dragon Lance next. It's definitely the right pickup here. They're pretty much just itemizing to stay alive and buff their Shadow Fiend. Give him the Yara. That's probably another reason why they bought the Necro Book, honestly, is to give the Shadow Fiend even more in terms of buffs.
good reaction there by Flea. Gets the blink away before they're able to blow him up.
You need to be careful.
Over here to the side, the TPs are going to come as they decide to return back to the lane. And the Hex, they wanted to pop the ulti right there. Sand King looking for the Shackles, has it with the turnaround. It happens yet again, and well, Tiny's going to be able to make his way out of there as they don't have any extra detection. Meanwhile, Ogre goes down. The rest of his team left him alone.
Well, 3,600 gold on Phantom Lancer. Gonna go for Battle or Butterfly next. Bryle might have to pick up MKB as his next item. Oh, I like this pickup for Moon. He's gonna go for the Aeon Disc. He understands like he just cannot die and needs engagement, so by picking up the Aeon Disc, he's gonna make sure that even if he gets lassoed, he's gonna make it out.
Yeah.
And then split afterwards.
Right. And as long as he's not Hex, he's going to be able to get that ulti off. I guess even then, like, they won't be able to kill him during the duration of a Hex, so. Well, Tiny again going to get away. He spots out all these heroes, as does Ritsu. Trying to find somebody, but no way to do it. Like you said, this Aeon Disc, I mean, Brew can also get into more items later on down the road as well. He ended up going for the 100 attack speed, actually, so he's going to be hitting quite hard.
Yeah, he's got a good build for it.
Yeah.
Has Radiance, has Vlad's. His right click is no joke.
Still, the Shadow Fiend yet to die.
Dire's bottom shrine
Aegis is about to expire. So maybe going to wait for the
Radiant's top tower is under
next Roche before they end up going for the high ground push, but Shadow Fiend took the 3 damage per soul talent. And
Oh, Stan dropped his wards to kill the shrine. I don't know if this is
Shrine is under attack.
the best use of your wards here. He's gonna cut another wave too.
yeah.
Well, they're really committing to this buying time play right now.
Dire's top
Yeah,
shrine
they
is under attack.
definitely are.
I mean, look at Flea's item. He's gonna go for a Radiance next. They are really buying time.
You thought you weren't playing against the core Naga Siren. Little did you know. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, they like really want to take this to as late as possible because they think that their late game is going to be superior, which I would have to agree with. So
Yeah.
can't really blame them.
I mean, it's the play. Do you think it's gonna work? Like, do they have enough of the right heroes to push out these creep waves so they can never push?
I mean, at this point, like we've reached that stage where if they're going to commit to this playstyle, it pretty much means like either side can win. It really depends on the initiation, and one mistake and the game's over. Like one team fight and the game's is over. That's how this is going to go on.
Okay. Shaman here again to cut a creep wave. Bottom lane, VSJ is going to send his illusions out afterwards, I would imagine, to try and see if he can cut through this one. Top lane, Tiny hits one wave and now is going to blink out, or maybe pot? Almost? Not quite. You do see where his TP was, but they can't punish it. Looks like Stan King might have missed the wave there.
I think the biggest issue that Animal Planet have right now is like they just cannot get any wards down because Monkey's has his gem and he's just been dewarding everything, so they can't really see where they're farming. There's no one to catch out. Flea?
Uh-oh. He's taking Radiance Burn, but it's not going to be enough to kill him. So he does get the TP away, but 2 minutes, no song. And still a couple hundred gold away from that Radiance. What you gonna do now?
I think Animal Planet just want to keep these lanes out. I'm pretty sure they're confident in their ability to win a team fight at Roshan, so that's probably going to be the next engagement. Ooh, that's...
Alright, well they forced out the Bruce split. I think they're just lifting. I think that they saw that the Venge was in here in the bottom lane, and they realized that if they lassoed somebody, it was probably a free kill.
He was hiding himself though, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe he was in the ward. I'm not too sure. I wasn't looking, but Bruce split is used. Gonna be 7 seconds until that happens. Maybe you can go for a smoke here of your VGJ Storm.
They have the Radiance.
That's true too. If that's the case, they might just continuously farm, keep these lanes pushed out.
Yeah. So if you're the Naga Siren now, I mean, she's got Boots of Travel queued up. Are you going like Octarine Manta
Yeah,
style?
just commit to the carry Naga build. Why not? Uh-oh. Stan gonna get caught out by Ritsu.
Ooh, maybe a chance for a kill here. They do manage to get the Hex to turn it, but with Aoi in the area, it was never going to be enough. Monkeys, they decide that they want to fight nonetheless. With the Tiny there, they're going to be able to blow up one, probably find a second as well. So 2 big kills, and now the rest of the team jumping into this one as well. Monkeys is not going to get fully caught. The Aeon Disc procs from Moon Meander, and
they need to get out of here. I mean, they don't have split. They don't have their lasso breaker. Although he doesn't have lasso, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
They also don't have buyback on Venge or Clockwork. I don't know if they can really... Can they do anything with this?
They might be able to get in some damage, or... Okay, they're just going to go straight for Roshan. This is definitely the smarter play. Because they still have the sleep, so...
Yeah.
That's like the big thing to look out for. Since they're sleep, it's actually very hard to fight them in Roshan.
What was looking so good just recently, it's starting to again swing back into the favor of VGJ Storm, and with this Roshan, it's been more pronounced, I'm sure. But maybe a movement in, they realize that this is happening, the sleep is going to come out. They do have Brewmaster still in the area, they're not thinking quickly enough, they're going to drop the wards even. Now, do they want to take the fight?
This sleep was so perfect.
Hook shot. Owie. Looking for an opening.
Yeah.
VSJ is going to get out.
Official.
He sees one. Waiting for it. Hook off the mark. And Monkeys will be able to escape.
That was such a great play by Fleet. That was like the perfectly spaced Naga sleep,
Yeah.
where it doesn't hit the Roshan, and it just held everyone in place on Animal Planet. And then they just take the Roshan and get out. Also, I wanted to point out, Stan has conditioned the enemy team into thinking that he's always going to be alone and it's a free kill, and all of a sudden they lost Roshan because of that.
That's a good point, yeah. I hadn't thought about that too much.
Like, look at him. He's won 13-3, right? He's died 13 times, but he probably has more tower damage than his entire team combined.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's just secured his team Roshan with that bait, if you want to call it that. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's bait.
Dire's top barracks are under
man.
attack.
Look at this Flea just cutting creep waves. He's blinking into the enemy base, and well, now running into Ritsu. He's going to try and force tap his way out. Might be able to. No, he's dead. They
All right, that
don't
was
see the
pretty fun.
gem.
He died on the staircase, so maybe not.
Oh man, that's big. I don't know if it's going to matter though. They don't have Naga for 50.
I mean, if there was an opportunity for them to get stuff done, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kitrak.
Ryle runs
caught out
into him,
here.
starting to take down the tiny BKB pop. They can't do anything to him. The hook shot is there. It's going to be able to separate him. But meanwhile, Monkey's forever trying to pull away the Shelfing. There's no damage, though, to try and turn it. He's trying to kill off BSJ. There's one raise. Spots the real one. Requiem onto his face. Taking down BSJ. Now, can they kill him a second time? He's going to have a doppelganger. Everybody else on the enemy team, though, is already gone. And there's the jump up to the high ground. Swap back in. Left on an island, likely to die unless Ryle ends up going down as well. It's the cheese. BSJ wanting to stay alive here. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Another doppelganger. Never lucky.
Oh boy, he's gonna die.
And going down. Full team wipe for only the Ogre.
I feel like this has been all our games today. It just looks so well for one team, and all of a sudden it's just down the drain.
Ryle still
And-
yet to die.
And the thing is, you have to remember, that was Aegis on the PL
Yeah.
and Cheese, and they lost that team fight.
They have Refresher or still on, or Shard rather, still on Shadow Shaman, but he's dead.
Radiant structures are
A
fortified.
glyph comes out, but these guys hit mighty hard in the hook shot to try and clear out and catch out Flea. He's in trouble too. They got him caught. Battery assault, every damn thing. He's going down. He can't Sog. I've
Radiant's
seen this
middle barracks
before.
are under attack.
And he goes down. 70 seconds on the sideline. And they're
Radiant's
out
middle barracks
damaging
has
backdoor protection.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I mean, have you seen this Shadow Fiend? He's 6 slotted, and he's got Vanjara, he's got Bloodlust, he's got Vlad. The raid boss strategy paid off.
Well, they're back up. It looks like with that, Animal Planet are going to retreat. How substantial is one lane of Rax in this game?
I
Oh my
actually
God,
think
look
it's
at the
pretty
graph, by
important.
the way. Sorry.
It's actually, yeah. I mean, it's expected, you know, when you take a lane of Rax after being down for most of the game. But I think it's actually, like, losing one lane of Rax is actually a pretty big deal for VGJ Storm, considering, like, what their game plan has been all game. They've been split pushing, they've been trying to buy time, and by losing a lane of Rax, you know, it's a lot harder to keep this lane pushed out. You always have to have it attended to, and since it's the mid lane, you know, it's very easy for someone on the Dire side to just constantly keep it out.
Well, there's a DD on Tiny now, so if there's a time to fight
Loaded
for
to the
VGJ
gills.
Storm, it could be now. He's also got that Bloodthorn done.
Something to point out too is that Moon has reached carry status. He's got the 65 cooldown split, and then
They
here
pop
we
the
go.
Aeon Disc and now turn it around. That was so well done. All right, this item is garbage. Can we talk about that for a second? That was awful. That is
I mean-
like the reason you buy the item.
You have to remember, he was alone against 5 heroes.
Okay, fair enough.
You can't judge the item like that.
The item's pretty bad though, right? Kind of.
I definitely don't really like the item, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's like Meteor Hammer level.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, here we go, Stan. One set, and then he's dead.
All right, that was.
That was. If he used refresher, he doesn't have enough mana.
Oh, and Flea is hitting it over here too. With Moon dead, are they actually going to do this? They jump on a Bryle. That's first death of the day. Possibly they swap him away. They want to keep him alive, but he's gone. Buys back immediately. Everybody's back alive. Now they're taking down the Tiny. He's in for 100. They have buyback as well. The hook shot off the mark because of the doppelganger. Skin of his teeth, VSJ gets out. And we're back the other way.
Well, it was a really expensive defense, but they only lose a range rack.
They lost the tier 3 tower bottom too.
They lost the tier 3, yeah, but I mean, you know, the racks is the most important part.
For sure.
God, this Flea Naga is so annoying. Like, they should change up their game plan, and he picks up the Radiance, and now this game is just like that much harder.
Yeah. So, Flea scouted, stunned, and they kill him in time. BKBs are
oh, the double BKB!
All right, that's some hate.
That is some hate. But I mean, that's actually how important this Naga is.
Yeah.
If the Naga is dead, you know, split pushing is that much more difficult. They're gonna group up here though.
TP.
Oh, double damage on Bryle.
All right, they're going. Moon is gonna pop his ulti and not gonna be able to catch anybody yet. He's gonna send that Storm Panda forward, looking for anybody. But with Naga dead for 50 seconds and no buyback on her, this could be their time. He's dealing 600 damage per hit on the Shadow Fiend right now.
This is definitely his time. Just go for it. Before the double damage runs. Look at the split. Like, he's just gonna zone with this split.
Definitely.
This level 25 talent is ridiculous.
God, look at the damage. They're just gone. That's the melee racks. That was the melee racks. They go for more. It's still 20 seconds before Naga Siren's back up. They're moving into the area to try and take down this tier 3 tower. Bruce Split's about to wear off. They still have a couple seconds before it's back up there again as well. They have the Hex. Now the Ward drop as well. But he's able to get it off. And now the turn yet again. The tower is falling, and they're just sitting behind, waiting for any type of initiation. That's going to be the Bat Rider lifted up. The BKB is popped. BSJ doesn't see a chance. Look at that Monkey's Forever hero. Just drop it down and almost able to find him. They don't quite get there, though. Monkey is pulling back in the Venge. They want to find that kill at the very least. Flea is back up, too, as well, and they're going to be able to go for the Ensnare in a couple seconds if they want to. Trying to find more here. They have the song. There's the Blink in just a couple seconds, and they've caught 2. Can they kill him?
Here we go.
Hex is out. They've got him caught. This is a big kill. The swap again from Ritsu. And the hook shot in from Aoi. They want to make it work. They take out VGJ. He's dead for 2 minutes. The Shadow Fiend is able to get away from there. And they make it happen, but they end up losing 3 nonetheless. The Tiny, very low. Aoi trying to kite him. They get the kill. They get him.
They got him.
How does that happen?
Where's he going? He's like up and down. Oh man, that Bryle TP out was so sick.
Yeah, that was insane.
But yeah, that was quite the bloodbath. Like, everyone's dead. So I guess you can say VGJ has help.
Sort of, right? This Shadow Fiend is still just like such a problem.
Oh, he is ridiculously strong. Like, BSJ tried to man fight him, and he pretty much got like 4-shotted. Like, he had to run away immediately.
Roche not quite responding. Still a minute and 15 seconds away. I guess the thing though is, like, if Tiny is able to catch him out, can you kill him then? What's the way that you kill this Shadow Fiend?
I mean, they definitely have the damage for it. Like,
right.
He's not itemizing to stay alive, right? He's actually doing damage.
Right.
Like, his defensive items are Butterfly. I don't really count Butterfly, but Butterfly is definitely up there. BKB and the AC, everything else mostly just going to be out there to do damage.
By the way, we saw in that last fight, the BKB pierces, or the Magic Missile pierces BKB from the Vengeful Spirit, taken at 25. We've got Tiny with 3 toss charges, and we already talked about Bruce Split. It looks like Clockwork is also going to be getting to his level 25. What do you think? The minus battery assault instances or interval, or the rocket flare true sight?
I'm pretty sure the battery assault is much better. I think with that level 25 talent, he can actually do... I mean, he's already doing a lot of damage. If he has that talent, he can pretty much, like, solo kill the Bad Rider, for example.
Oh, 52 minutes in and still the game on a knife's edge. There was a smoke out by Animal Planet, but nothing found. As each team just waiting for the next Roshan, I'm assuming.
I'm surprised Moon went for Abyssal Blade instead of something like Shiva's.
Yeah, a little different. But I guess if he can find somebody right at the start, it's pretty great.
And the thing is, like, he has 8 on disc, right? But I mean, at this point, can't you just buy a BKB? BKB would be better.
Yeah. We'll see. That might be his next item.
I think BSJ also has to change up his item build too. I don't think buying
Abyssal? Oh wait.
Oh, he dropped the gem. Yeah, I don't know about this this Lincoln's pickup on PL as well. Like, he had it for the last fight, but it didn't really do anything.
Yeah. Well, and like you'd imagine with a 30% critical strike, you would most likely be able to do enough damage, but maybe he needs even more. Roche is falling very quickly. Do they have any way to snatch it? Doesn't look like it. Things are coming, but it's already gone.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Refresher shard? Where does this go? Double swap on Ritsu?
They think, are they holding on to the other one? No, they're not. They've already used it, so yeah, Benj has that.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Oh, another range Rax.
Yeah?
Oh, Tiny gets caught out. That's
pretty bad. They get the courier. That's bots. Important. Monkeys Forever, though, on the other side, finds the kill on the Kid Track. And Moon trying to get anybody that he can, but looks like they'll be able to escape for now. All right, and again, no buyback on the Tiny. And they know this. Bought back in the last fight. Moon finds Monkeys Forever.
Oh, this would be a huge pickoff.
Oh, they think that they got him. BKB trying to run. He runs out. Oh, my God. Right as the right click was coming in, he wants to get the hell out of here. TP is in his backpack. Still search. He should be good.
Well, I think if they got him there, probably was the end of the game, but still, it's 4v4. No Ogre, but Ogre has Tranquils and a wand. 3,000 net worth. This Ogre is actually so poor.
Jump forward. Find BSG again. They've got the Hex to pull back onto one. Shadow Fiend under the tier 4 towers. Can they kill him off? The Shackle's going to be broken as well, though. They're able to turn it. Brile down low. Age is dead. Flea is going to end up being brought down as well, though. The Howie level 25 count making it work. And now the catch. They've got him yet again. There's going to be a Raze going out one time. He's brought down about half HP. There's going to be the BKB popped. Trying to kite it away. The barracks are falling very quickly. They've got Moon under control. BSJ jumps in. He's starting to bring him down. They eat the cheese. The turn is there. Is it going to be enough? Flea is just getting decimated here. Trying to jump away, and they are going to be able to. Another Hex comes out. They've got him caught, and with all that damage over time, they finally take down the Shadow Fiend. But it's Mega Creeps.
It is Mega Creeps. But once again, that was a great hold from VGJ Storm. That was an Aegis cheese push.
Yeah, and they used pretty much everything. Did they use the Refresher Shard too? Yeah, I guess they must have.
Refresher Shard was on Benj, so I guess so. Yeah. This is the right pickup. Butterfly on Phantom Lancer. I think this should have been his 5th item, personally. Okay. But he's gonna drop his boots for this. He's super decked out, 6 slotted.
And nobody right now on Radiant has buyback, but they need to get something done.
Yeah, well, you said they need to get something done. I mean, they're barreling down mid. There's 2 buybacks here, so I think as long as they
Dire's middle tower
hold
has
this,
fallen.
it might be the end of the game.
They want to hold that Brile buyback if they can. Ritsu looking for a
Moon
pickoff.
with the no cooldown
They
split.
found the Venge though. Venge is dead. This is going to be one big kill. They take him down. Owie jumps in as well. Refresher was picked up as well by Brile, but they find him there in the sleep. Now can they walk away from this? They're actually killing off Moon throughout the duration of that, but he comes back at the last second. Oh, he's able to get away from there.
Radiant's middle tower
I thought
is
that
under
was the
attack.
last Panda left alive, but it wasn't. So the push doesn't work, but they get out after taking down the Venge and forcing both buybacks.
Oh man, that was such a great play from VGJ Storm. Really just like pushing everything to the limits, and they make it out without losing anything. That's like the power of the sleep. And now the long game begins.
So,
Because sorry, go ahead.
well, I'm trying to keep an eye on the buybacks. Like, talk me through this here.
Well, because they use the buybacks on their cores. Let me see. So if you check buyback, not a single person has buyback except for Ogre.
Right.
So all 3 cores bought back on Animal Planet. So they're not going to want to take any risks, even though they have megas.
Look at
So we're going to be
Kitrak's-
waiting here for about 7 minutes.
Kitrak's items right now. Tranquil boots and a wand.
Yeah.
My man
That's-
is broke as a joke.
For a 1 hour game, Tranquil won.
But he's got buyback. He's responsible.
Radiant's
He
top
knows that he
shrine
needs
is
to be
under
there to
attack.
Bloodlust Brile. And he actually has that 20 talent as well. Pretty nifty. Moon can keep these lanes pushed out pretty effectively.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
All right, and it looks like VGJ Storm want to try and make a move here. Ritsu is in the area, and they're going to be revealed now by those Necrobooks level 3s. They see Brile looking for the catch. They got him caught. Pulling him back in. This is huge. He doesn't have buyback.
Oh,
The hook
my
shot to try and turn it, but he gets the BKB up, and then the swap away. Ritsu's keeping him there. A little bit of a messy fight, though, as they lose Ritsu, not able to TP away. 2 are dead and are able to find the Shadow Fiend yet again. Can the rest of the team get here, though? They're chasing down and killing off Moon. If they can kite away Brile, he's going to pop his BKB and just get the heck out. So, Venge dead. They're going to buy back on clock.
What is happening this game? Animal Planet might actually lose this.
The roller coaster ride of this game.
No, Kitrak. Why? You had no items, now you really have nothing.
He needs to bloodlust the tower, man. Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under
Tier 3
attack.
tower beginning to be assaulted. Summoning Necros and gonna start to head out a little bit. Moon jumps in, pops his ulti. He's probably gonna keep one of these pandas back. Or start to lose them, lift up onto PL. Still no Venge. But they need to deal with the creeps inside their base. Like, Flea is struggling back here at home. Monkeys. Jumps, finds the catch. Not bad. Aeon Disc, it's gonna end up proccing there now, and now the hook shot turn around. VSJ down to a two-thirds HP with one hit. They take him down. Moon is gone. It's 2 minutes. They lose the clockwork as well. Brile left alone. Can he do it all on his lonesome? It's looking like the answer's no. Kitrak's no help at all now as they all fall. And
That
GG is
Dire's
called.
middle tower is under
What
attack.
in the world? I'm telling you, the moment BSJ picked up the butterfly, the game got so much easier.
Oh God.
Because like if you look at the itemization from the cores, like no one has MKB, so this butterfly pickup is like such a giant pickup. They just can't kill him because of the evasion. And man, coming back from Megas, that has got to suck for Animal Planet.
Really, really great showing from VGJ Storm. They pull it together at the end, and it's got me feeling this is going to be a hell of a series here. Your thoughts on that game? What you want to see out of game number 2?
I think Animal Planet can't put all of their eggs in one basket for starters. The other thing is they probably shouldn't put so much focus on Stand King. Like, they committed a lot to killing Stan King over and over again. I at some point I was just like, maybe you should just like leave him alone. Honestly, like he's not really doing much. He's just like going out for a walk, you know.
No, definitely. At the end of the day,
19 and 8. Like look at the building damage. He did the most building damage.
Right. That's insane.
This is the mind game, dude. Stan King knows what's up.
What a player. What a team. They're making it happen, man. Very impressed with the play here today out of VGJ Storm and Animal Planet. I felt like there were numerous times where that game was in their hands. And it just didn't end up working out. But going into game number 2 here, any final thoughts about it? Any changes in the draft? You think the drafts were okay for both teams?
Oh, not at all. I think Animal Planet really need to change their draft.
Okay.
I think that was like extremely lackluster. At the end of that game, like just looking back, it was like there really wasn't any reason, in my opinion, to have your Venge go 1 and just sacrifice him like that. I think like you could have just kept that as a support and gone with a different core as your last pick. Like you have a last pick that could be a core, and it was an ogre, right?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think that needs to change.
All right, well, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us here. Game number 2 right around the corner. Stay tuned, everybody. You can follow us if you feel so inclined at Lyrical Dota, at Aosin Dota on Twitter. And then, of course, continue to follow the tournaments as well. Dota SLTV is for StarLadder. And then, of course, at Beyond the Summit for the channel that you guys are... Actually, no, you're not watching. You're watching the StarLadder channel. What am I talking about? All right, we'll see you guys in a few for game number 2.